Hi, welcome back to Kennedy Undercover. I've been going through the rabbit hole of the Idaho 4 case for not long. I'll be honest, I thought a lot of other people had amazing information out there, so I thought let's just not look at it because I'm sure everything. Okay. Well, I've got a few things that I'm curious about, and that is to do with inside of Koberger's car. Okay. In the meeting with Fingo Taylor, what's her face? They mentioned, I shouldn't be giving all my sources away, but I am. About his car, and that there's no proof in the car. And I seen Hitler raise an eye at that, and I thought to myself, I wonder, because she worded it very well, and I can't remember exact wording, but to me, I thought, let's look into, I must have that open, hang on. The photos go down as soon as, but I want this up because give me a minute please, because it's important. I'm going to show you something in a photo. Live this life of luxury, playing on a sunny afternoon in the summertime. Alright. No. Takes a while to get used to these little details. If you haven't got the patience to wait around, possibly skip the video, but I can't cut my videos and it matters to me not to. So if you can't handle that, this isn't a great idea for you. But I'll have to go in my documents. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is only for this channel, my computer, by the way, so if you want to copy everything, that's fine. Okay. For some reason the site goes down as soon as, I think because of a security reason, but that's okay. I had it up just as I woke up there, and because I've done nothing but deal with this all day, and I don't mind, you know, because I like deep dark places to look at, you know, as you know. But okay, I'm gonna shut all my shit down and then get it up, eh? Release photos. IPS release photos. I'm not interested in I'm interested in the Koberger's house and up in his place of where he stayed at the time. Okay, might have to get him up again. Thank God for Redditors. For some reason I can't save the whole shit. Or I didn't save it. What the fuck? Okay. Save that one. Kennedy. Moron. But yeah, I'm gone. Wasn't mobile. ISP photos. Possibly these ones. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. They were copying these documents. We'll go through and read through these, because I think it'll be vital to see what state of mind this man is. He's a very peculiar individual, and I can understand where the cops have put, rightly so, the finger on the button, walks around with gloves on all day. Yeah, he's got OCD, that's for sure. But there's been other series of events of burglaries with some with a ski mask on. In this, it shows, if you pay attention to things, like most of these people are on the internet, to be honest, and I am made up because they've taught me to look at things, and I am so grateful for that. I've been really respectful to them, because I like to go listen to one side then another, and try come somewhere in the middle of finding some common sense. I've actually not seen these, but yeah, I've actually seen all of them as far as I'm aware, but I want the one with the car, because there's a splodge on his under seat, and I wonder what they'll come back from that Elantra. So I'm interested in the DNA on that Elantra. Okay, I'm not sure these are all his stuff, but they did take the pictures of the car first, so I want to go back. Let's go back one. No. This could be outside his parents, when he stayed at his parents' house. That's what I'm thinking, makes more sense. He couldn't just go right back home, blood all over the place there. Okay, there's other evidence to come. I don't know why this is in here. This is part of the house still. Okay, this is shown right from the beginning. Okay. When he got there. This is in his house, because you can tell by the neatness here. Here, in this little place where he took pictures, there's something vital in there. And it seems like he finds it last minute, right? And it's a glove, okay, hidden, a hidden glove, alright. Might not go through to that bit here, but we're gonna see them all. And what I really want to point out is how DNA travels so far. I mean, this guy had DNA off a friggin' computer mat. He lifted it up, DNA that. I want to know the results. Where are these results for that? If there's something there, please tell us. Or otherwise, why put these things out? Okay. They check the sinks and everything, don't they? Okay. This is not the car anyway. Alright. What the problem is with this is I'm getting what? This is I don't know what type of key. If anyone can tell me what type of key this is, I'm trying my best, but I've not. Oh yeah. Okay. Lost car key. Amazing what they find in it. Okay. Not interested in the cars there at the minute, because I'm not seeing anything that really stands out. Only the print on the window stood out. The house doesn't give much away. I think Xana could have possibly been downstairs eating. That's why the blood's in the kitchen. You don't know. You know what I mean? But it looks like someone's cleaned the fuck up. Who cleans that up? Who would clean that up? What's going on? Who's done this? It's very conflicting. We go through all the steps another time. I know other people are more observant than me, so I'm just leaving things to that. Okay, let's get rid of that. Right, okay, nothing there to see. Come on now. It was around here. And also, considering there's white cars running everywhere. What's this white car here? Right, I'm going to zoom in these photos a lot more so you can see. Okay, and you can see where Xana's window is. That Xana's one of the girls' windows there. I think that might have been Kaylee, and the other girl was found. Okay. I have no disrespect to anybody, even Dylan, with a comment about, oh, she's not 20 anymore, when she was talking to the officer. I found really distasteful. That's what made me look at this. tasteful and telling, because it's sort of the thing you say. I mean, in the photos I've seen of Xana, she seems a really nice person, and I hate that. I really hate that when you see someone who's really nice, and it does affect you, you know, emotionally, watching these things. I mean, you think because people do true crime and look into it, that we would have no empathy or any compassion for the survivors or people of that nature. But on the contrary, we ask questions that possibly the police don't seem to see at the time under duress ask, and they certainly didn't in this case. They didn't eyebrow her. A few times she said stuff. I mean, considering she said she isn't now, and nobody told her the girls were deceased by that point. You know, why do you think people are looking into this? Because certain behaviours, we try to understand. That looks like Doc Martens to me. I don't know. No, but yeah, actually, just very strange print, like a cut of a boot more than a trainer. Must have been the way the girls come in properly. What the fuck's that? Oh my god. And I'm not into like being snide towards people who are awkward either. Because a person's awkward, it does not mean they're a serial killer. But at the same time, it can, because it takes all sorts. It really does. It's a person, as Koberger says, who can't hold and is having an overload of emotion. You know, it can happen. It happens to people who are good. You know what I mean? Oh my god, look at that. There. That's a stain. Half that. Oh my god, no wonder he wants to knock it down. Just very odd. Didn't see that. Oh gosh. Oh, wait. Look at that. That's a frenzy. Do you understand me, guys? It's a frenzy. You think a Koberger could do all that? 100 stabs. All 4 people. Okay, Xana fought with her life. With her injured fucking hand. With her thumb hanging off. And you think that will make noise? Dylan, please, tell the truth. What's going on? These are very young people. They're not even 21, some of them. And 19 at the time. My word. Look at that. it's something else. But we'll get to the evidence part eventually. Sorry I have to see all this. Was he behind the door? Imagine that. Fuck. So frightening. And they didn't know the code for this. My ass. Why? Why didn't Dylan know the code for that? Before we go any further, it might get graphic, so it's just a lot of clean area for me. It's too clean. Do you understand me? Look at the blood on the fucking outside. They've mopped it to the corners, and what's happened? It's come out the wood. See, we have brickwork in our place. See who sleeps into brick? No seeing it again. But wood, yeah, it literally bleeds. Very clean, considering she had the noises all in the bathrooms. It just seemed like she was in one place, like they were in one place, you know what I mean, in the bedrooms, like forced in their bedrooms, you know. Just does. Because Chapin is in the same room as Xana, but Xana's at the doorway of that room. Gosh, it's clean for a friggin' frat house, isn't it? And look how tidy that is. Do you understand me? That booth in the middle there, you'd go flying everywhere in that house. He would have had to live there, or somebody would have to be so familiar with that house, because look at the mess, look at all the chinks, look at all the things you can bump into and trip over. It's unreal. And I also feel, as I pointed out last night, the lights have something to do with it. You know, outside they were unplugged, something, and you know, they couldn't see outside. They probably didn't notice being drunk, or I don't know, but it was unplugged. I actually feel they use solar panels to actually use the whole capacity of the house. Yeah, there's another knife left. And they don't get questioned over those items in the house. Were they familiar to the house? She'd only been living there, I guess, 2 months. Why had she only lived there that long and this happened? Nothing ever happened before. You know. It does. I mean, Jack seems suspicious to me as well. You know. Just does. All of it. All of it. All of it. But you get people on here really targeting the character of Kohberger when we really should be looking at the evidence, not what he's going through. like Anjanette Levy can do that all day. We can all do that. You know, I mean, I'm not here to please or to butter his ego. I mean, look at the evidence. He wants to look at it. Let him have a look at it. Let him have a look at it. Look how fucking deranged this is. Here's the print on the window coming up. Look at this. It's like someone's lurking proper in that room. And we've not noticed. They're both dimwits, the girls. They're 19, 20, 21. I lost my keys 9 times in 1 month when I was 21. You know it. You know how daft you are. It doesn't matter how smart you are. But you know, if you're a heavy drinker like I was back then, you know, blackout and all that, you slay through it. No wonder. I think Maddie might have been more passed out, you know, already. I hope so. There's rumours that Kaylee could have been alive still. I don't know about that, because actually it does seem strange, because she was treated like separate. She went separately, or was it Xana probably, you know, because she had so many fatal wounds. She has to get expertly looked at probably, and don't know what these pictures are about. Is there any splatter there? I can't see. No. No DNA anywhere. It's boring. They are very small hands. I bet he's got very small feet, whoever did this. Or it's got nothing to do with the case. But we need to know, are there answers to this? We need to know. Where do we look for that? Prosecution, please tell me, because if I can look through the documents and find through all them documents, I'll be happy to defend what the defence is saying, or the prosecution, hands down, you know. Of course, you don't want anyone out there like that, especially a maniac who's burglarising while they're asleep in bed. What coward does that? A weak one. A weak individual does that. Even human targeted them in broad daylight. He's a huge coward. He liked them so small he could dominate them. It's the epitome of evil of a serial killer. Is they take pride in what they do. There's an element of superiority to Koberger that, never mind all the awkwardness, that possibly has been on overload for some time and people have just not noticed. And then you put into the mix he's got like relapse after relapse happening. I mean, he's skinny there, isn't he? In those selfies, he's extremely thin. I'm not interested in the selfies, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have crushes on serial killers like other people do, but I've noticed that as well, like the little thing that come out when he was like, oh, he's innocent, but they didn't know the reason for it, you know, because he's got like very, as what beautiful creator said, he's got prominent features, he's got prominent eyes, and you know, it'd be the first thing you'd notice about him in a ski mask, wouldn't it? So I definitely pointed out these bushy eyebrows. Well, pictures like this in the house. Let's go back and you'll see what they didn't want you to see. Okay, I'll show you this. I'm flicking through them, but by means you pause them and look yourself. Okay, I'm not going back anyway. But in one of the rooms Dylan occupies, she's an artist, by the way. She has a picture of big bushy eyebrows where she goes for a leak. So I can be really horrible, but I'm not going to go there. Yeah, I'll see it coming up. Is this? No, it's not it. This looks like a bathroom. It's very hard to know, and I'm going to draw a diagram because I've watched so many people's thing and they've got it wrong. All of them. You know, the layout of the house, pretty peculiar layout, and I've had to like do a labyrinth like type of map, because it's, you know, these houses in America, they're built for fucking purpose. Like this house I live in, it's built for like beating weather. I don't know what the weather's like in Idaho, but in England it rains a lot. I don't know if warmer houses are brick houses actually or not, but looks like they've just used those. Wave taken. Did they? No. No, they didn't. They didn't even check the bins. Okay, so they did half an hour's job, and yeah, you know. But I'm more interested in Koberger's car now, so I haven't seen all this, you know. What are those? Edibles, are they? Memorable moments with Aros. Okay. Here we see again this here, right? It's unplugged. Okay, now that's the light. He traces it in. Okay, and there you are. Okay, what is that? That's to do with the solar paneling system, and it'll have data in it for when that would have been pulled out. Now I know with the Laurie Vallow case, how well they are a good fucking FBI force. So why is this not like, it seems like from the off they just thought, nah, it's not the gals, you know, it's not the guys over the road, It's weird. I don't know why they put that there. Just seems pretty disgusting. Yeah. Can you see many things on that floor? It's definitely been mopped. Definitely been mopped. You'd have all kinds of scuffs there. The police force have been in there and everything. Okay, by this point. I'm just going for a light for my cigarette. I'll be a minute. Be 2 minutes. Just like heating my coffee up for you as I'm talking through this with you. You know, I feel like I'm insane though because nobody else, right, watches me. There's also where Kaylee, Dylan goes, oh, where are the other two girls? But then she knows the other two girls were crying out and shouting and things like that. Where do you think they are? She absolutely is lying to me about something. Now, if you choose to not believe me, that's fine. That's my opinion. Okay? I'm not here to please anyone. I'm here for the truth. I'm here for answers. For others to question, and like I question, like we all support in the true crime community, we all support for this, you know, answers, the end to police corruption, the end to all kinds of stuff. So it's not a glorification like the Finger McGreevy show. We're not here to idolise anyone. Like you, I'm after the evidence, answers, and the why he thought Koberger was responsible for 4 more places, and some other guy as well who might have been responsible. But Jose, or whoever it is, has form. Brett Payne doesn't know what hell's going on. Look at this. Look at that blood. That's blood. Okay? If you ever watched the poor boy who got murdered by his stepmom, we know that's blood. We know. Who's cleaned that up? Come on. Tell Auntie Kennedy who's cleaned that up. Okay? Is that a phone in there? Don't know. Kid stuff. Here we go. Okay. What's this? I'm hoping this is the car with the... Now, this is they take the car to bits. Now, I don't know what date this is, but in January on the meeting, right, which was televised, they said, you didn't rip the car to bits, do we know you ripped the car to bits, you know, like this, she was asking about. And I think they went back and did it, and found something. Okay? Go look very closely though. See the spatter here and here? Okay, that's blood. Okay, blood's a distinctive colour. I mean, because I'm an artist, I see colours pretty vividly there as well. There. Can't get them things off, you know. It's degraded, but still evidence that we need to know, and that's all I wanted to show you today. But I don't know what this is car. I don't know if is that a Hyundai? No idea. Not a car expert. But pretty. Okay. Pretty. Okay now. Okay. Yeah, a little bit more for you. These are the photos today I'm just showing you, but the documents, we'll get to them. We'll get to them. Because I've been reading as well as looking at this today. Well, all life hours spending. But yeah, never mind. New photos. That was done the 30th. We did look at these before, but see how neat this guy is. Finding evidence in his flat. It wouldn't be traceable, but trophies, that's what they're looking for. Information. I mean, he has no personality. Look at his house. I think he needed help. I bet he just sat there, watched porn all day. I could just see it. He's a disturbing individual, but does it make him a killer? We're going to have to find out through the documents now. Okay. DNA got contaminated with this year, apparently. by a fridge being 20 degrees over it should be. Is that an excuse, or did that actually occur? You know, you start spotting loads of things, but it could be his blood. After all, it is his home. I mean, he didn't go home, did he, after the murders, or did he? He must have. He must have, because they would be checking. This would be his parents' house, wouldn't it? So he must have went home and then went to his parents. Do you understand? Because there's DNA, like type of DNA what would be on his shoe or on his jacket, you know, outside on that step. So I definitely feel this is his home he went back to, you know, after the crime. If that's, I'm playing devil's advocate, you know. Okay, because I don't take sides. I want to do another case. Actually, this is getting enough attention to me, but I'm not going to do much on it. I'm just going to read the notes when I can. But another case I'm interested in, actually. It's an old one, and I don't want him being in prison for it. I do feel for people who have autism. They're easily manipulated, you know. I could manipulate an autistic person because I've had experience of 15 years with one. I know how easy it is. I know how vulnerable my daughter is. So, what if Koberger got involved with one of these roommates and he was fantasising, like the Gypsy Rose case? There's just a lot of frenzy in that house. A lot of anger directed at Kaylee particularly. That's why I point at Jack as well, because you see this is it, you know. Zana was more self-defense wounds. She didn't probably want to fight, whoever it was didn't want to fight Zana, because I can imagine she can kick ass. Sad, really is. My daughter went to school again on her own today. So proud of her. But it really does, I really shouldn't say this shit, should I? Don't know who the fuck's watching. I'll be honest with you, I'm scared of even people from her old school, like a certain gentleman knowing my daughter walks home. You know, just stuff like that. You know, as parents, you're very aware of people, what they do out of anger and hate and vindictiveness. And this case screams of something else. Okay? So I wonder if she was a college student in Washington University at Dillon and frequented Mr. Koberger, who was working. I mean, he did his thing on around COVID time, when people were more easy to be online. He might have found it very easy to get through the system. I mean, because personally, one-on-one, everyone doesn't like him, you know, but that doesn't mean he's a bad person. I'm telling you this, some people just have a way of looking at things that you think are disagreeable and distasteful. A lot of the people that he's around really just look at him as an oddball, but felt scared of him, and that's something else. You can't ignore that. You know what I mean? You can't just say, well, these girls are like super sensitive. Maybe they were, yeah, some of these people, witnesses, but, and I laugh at some of them, but it seems like a reoccurring comment about them. I'll be a second. No more floor pictures. I can't be dealing with it. Okay, let's look at some paperwork. I know I said I wouldn't, but you know, that's me. I always do. Hey, I always bore you with some paperwork. Come on now. Come on now, I know you love it. Don't lie. I love you. We've got the MD reports, the laboratory reports, order addressing the DNA, crime scene photos. We've just done those. So the evidence list. Okay, so we've got quite a bit to go through. So let's go through some of the reporting. Okay. And we did a bit yesterday, so if you want to go back and look at that as well, that's okay. It's okay with me. I didn't like the way this one was laid out. I've got a better one. Where's my files? Jesus tonight. Let's have a look at the IGG. Order addressing the IGG DNA. Now, I don't know. Camera review. Alright. This is done by the Deputy Clerk Reeves. I'm still not very savvy on the law, okay? On the 13th of November 2023, 4 university students were found murdered. Now this document is from the 25th of the 10th 2023. Okay. Okay. While investigating the murders, the law enforcement discovered the tan leather sheath laying next to the bed to Morgan. Probable cause statements of Brett Payne. The Idaho State Lab later located a single source of male DNA suspect profile left on the button snap of the sheath. Okay, I didn't know that was a certain, because he did do a testimony in February this year saying otherwise. He didn't know for sure it was actually his DNA. Once law enforcement had single source DNA from the K-bar knife sheath, they conducted what is called a short tandem repeat analysis. A short tandem repeat analysis involves looking at 20 regions within the human DNA and allow law enforcement to make a direct comparison between two STR DNA's profiles. Let's remember there's other unknown DNA in there as well. Law enforcement submitted the STR DNA profile obtained from the K-bar knife sheath to combine with the DNA index system, the CODIS database profile from the convicted offenders, arrestees, and the time scene evidence to identify the source of the DNA. No match was found for the protective order too. Meanwhile, the law enforcement continued to investigate the homicide. They conducted a video and canvass in the area of King Road residence. The probable cause statements Brett Payne. The video canvas revealed a white sedan that parked an interest to the investigators. Now they're calling it a sedan here. Is it a sedan? It's an electric Hyundai for. Okay. Now this is the first time this sedan's mentioned. The video footage was provided to a forensics examiner, and the FBI, who initially identified the sedan as a 2011-2013 Hyundai Elantra, but later indicated it could have been 2011, between 2011 and 2016 Hyundai Elantra. On November 29th, 2023, after reviewing the footage and asked law enforcement agencies to be on the lookout for that car in the area. A 2015 Electra registered to defendant Koberger located in Pullman, Washington. The state case alleges that this information determined that Koberger's physical description matched given to the investigators by surviving roommates of the victims, and that Koberger's cell phone. So his physical description, having bushy eyebrows, was the victims, and that Koberger's cell phone travel was consistent with that of the white Elantra and early morning hours of November 13th. If he was down in Idaho, now I'm playing devil's advocate again, why was he saying he was going to his parents, I think, or something like that? Why was his parents mentioned? And then he comes back. See, he travelled all that way to do the crime. Okay, this is a vital sign. that he was in the area at the time, yeah. Based on the information, law enforcement believed Koberger to be the driver of the Electra that was seen on surveillance around King Road residence at the time of the homicides. Now he's saying that he went stargazing, okay. Now he didn't go say that he went out because he relapsed and he needed drugs. He went stargazing with snow, what was it, one of the girls said, with snow problem in his eyes. You know, suspicious, yeah. Around King Road residence at the time of the homicides. On December 27, Pennsylvania agents recovered the trash from Koberger's family residence, located in Alvarezville, wherever. That evidence was sent to Idaho State Lab for testing. I see. So they took the DNA of Koberger's family and tested it through genealogy. And it turned up. Okay? That's how they got it. But did it compare? Let's read. On the 16th of 2023, the state filed a motion for a protective order. In its motion, the state brings to light a law enforcement use of IGG to find a lead after the STR and DNA profile from a knife sheath did not return a match in the CODIS. It is unknown to this court when exactly the law enforcement employed the use of IGG. I thought IGG was Instagram, but it's not. The brief discussion on what IGG entails is necessary to better understand the significance or insignificance of its use on this case. Okay. And I think it's a good, possibly, for me to review this and to speak to you soon. Thank you for listening, and I'll get part 2 out later on, about 4 hours time. Okay.